says I was denied fair hearing by INEC Abuja, chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood has challenged the validity of the arrest warrant that was issued against him by the Federal High Court in Abuja. In a 6 grounds of appeal he lodged before the Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal, the INEC boss maintained that he could not be arrested on the basis of a bench warrant he said was legally defective. He urged the appellate court to invoke its powers and void the arrest order that was issued against him by Trial Justice Stephen Pam. Justice Pam had in a bench ruling on Wednesday ordered the Nigerian police force to arrest and produce the INEC boss in court on August 8 to face contempt charge. The order followed Mahmood's failure to honor a summons the court issued for him to appear with respect to a suit involving the Anambra State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Prior to the ruling, the INEC chairman had on July 5 and 10, equally failed to honor the court's summons to appear and defend a contempt proceeding that was initiated against him by chairman and legal advisor of the PDP in Anambra State, Ejike Ogbego and Chuck Sikoye, respectively. The High Court had ordered him to appear before it to show cause why he should not be committed to prison for refusing to recognize the Ogbego-led faction of the PDP in Anambra State, in compliance with a judgment the Supreme Court delivered in December 2014. The applicants had prayed the court to jail Mahmood for disregarding the said judgment, decrying that contrary to the apex court's verdict, both INEC and its chairman continued to relate with another faction of the PDP in the state. Meantime, in a notice of appeal he lodged barely 24 hours after the arrest warrant was issued against him, Mahmood denied disobeying any order from the High Court, insisting that he was denied fair hearing by the trial judge. The INEC chairman said there was no evidence that any court summons was enrolled and served on him by the court's bailiff. He argued that the High Court erred in law when it ordered that he should be arrested for allegedly disobeying its order, when the conditions necessary to warrant the issuance of bench warrant have not been satisfied. Mahmood's lawyer, Chief Adegboyegbara Womolo, Sanj, further argued that no order was enrolled and served on his client for his personal appearance in court. The court did not give Professor Yakubu his counsel opportunity to explain his absence in court and why the bench warrant should not be issued, he added. Besides, Womolo, Sanj faulted the court's order of arrest on the grounds that it was made in the absence of Professor Yakubu and such order was not enrolled or personally served on him, and when the disobedience was in the nature of contempt ex facie curi, which the honorable judge has no power to punish its disobedience. He contended that the judge acted illegally, thus rendering the bench warrant void ab initio. More so, Womolo told the appellate court that Justice Pam's arrest order occasioned a grave miscarriage of justice, saying the judge punished Professor Yakubu for alleged non-obedience of the court's order made on the 5th of July 2018, when there was an appeal against the order. According to him, the learned trial judge erred in law when he descended into the arena of conflict when he argued the case of the respondents without opportunity of hearing given to the appellants or the counsel before striking out the motion asking for adjournment of further hearing of the alleged contempt proceedings. He argued that the provisions of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, ACJA, 2015, which the judge relied on, were not referred to by any of the counsel in the matter, thereby violating the rights of the appellants preserved by Section 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. Meanwhile, no date has been fixed for hearing of the appeal. Mahmood had, before the arrest warrant was issued against him, claimed that he could not be held liable for disrespecting any court or order since he was not in office in 2014 when the said apex court verdict was delivered. Owomolo told the court that his client was absent at the proceeding owing to the fact that he led a team of electoral officers from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, to Mali, on a very crucial assignment. His excuse for Mahmood's absence in court for the third consecutive time was however rejected by Justice Pam, who said he would no longer tolerate an attempt to turn his court to a toothless bulldog. It is said that the contemnor and his senior counsel have chosen not to obey the order of this court in respect of this contempt charge. The contempt of the contemnor to this court can no longer be tolerated and he should not be allowed to continue to take the court for a ride, the judge fumed. Justice Pan said he was not convinced that the INEC boss had any justifiable reason not to attend the court proceeding as he was ordered to do. Consequently, he ordered that he should be arrested and produced in court on the next adjourned date. Earlier, the judge struck out a motion that asked him to hands off a step aside from the matter on the premise that an appeal had been filed to challenge the legality of the court summon that was issued against the INEC boss. Justice Pam maintained that the motion amounted to an application for stay of proceeding, contrary to Section 360 of the ACJA, which he said forbade the grant of a stay in criminal matters.